Welcome to the Grim Tapes. What if I told you that deep within the woods of Pennsylvania, there's a place where screams once echoed through crumbling hallways, where shadows moved on their own, and where even the bravest souls have left trembling? Tonight, we unravel the disturbing legacy of the Pennhurst Asylum, a place so shrouded in pain and darkness that many believe its halls are forever haunted. In this episode, we dive into the asylum's dark past, the terrifying hauntings reported over the years, and the ghostly evidence captured by countless paranormal investigators. Get ready for a chilling journey through time, tragedy, and the unknown. This is not just a story. This is a warning. The origins of Pennhurst. Pennhurst State School and Hospital was established in 1908 in Spring City, Pennsylvania. Originally built to house mentally and physically disabled individuals, Pennhurst was intended to be a safe haven. But it quickly turned into something far more sinister. The idea was noble, caring for the vulnerable. But the reality was far from it. As the institution began to take in more residents, it became severely overcrowded. Conditions deteriorated rapidly. Staff was undertrained and underpaid, and abuse became routine. Children were confined to cribs for years, often unclothed and neglected. Many patients were subjected to inhumane treatments including electric shocks and forced sterilizations. Abuse and neglect behind closed doors. Investigations into the conditions inside Pennhurst began to emerge in the late 1960s. A television expose in 1968 titled "Suffer the Little Children" shocked the nation. It revealed horrific footage of mistreatment, overcrowded wards, and children left in filth. This was not care, it was systemic cruelty. Patients were often drugged, beaten, or restrained for extended periods. Some were locked in isolation rooms with no human contact. The institution was meant to be a sanctuary but had become a house of horror. And the worst part? Many who entered Pennhurst never left, not because they were cured, but because they died within its walls. The shutdown. Public outrage grew, and a series of lawsuits followed. In 1987, after nearly 80 years of operation, Pennhurst was finally closed. But even as its doors shut for good, the echoes of the past didn't fade. Locals reported strange occurrences. Paranormal investigators were drawn in. And what they found chilled them to the bone. The paranormal phenomena. Reports of supernatural activity began almost immediately after the asylum's closure. Witnesses claimed to hear disembodied voices, crying, and screaming. Others reported being scratched or touched by unseen forces. One of the most commonly reported apparitions is that of a little girl who appears in the former children's ward. She is seen wandering the halls, only to vanish when approached. There are also accounts of shadowy figures darting across rooms and objects moving on their own. Paranormal teams using thermal cameras and EVP, electronic voice phenomena, recorders have captured chilling results. One investigator reported hearing a voice whisper, "Get out," right into his ear. Others recorded screams with no identifiable source. The legacy of pain. What makes Pennhurst truly terrifying isn't just the ghost stories. It's the real pain that birthed them. The suffering endured by residents left behind an energy, what some believe is a psychic scar on the land itself. Paranormal experts suggest that trauma can anchor spirits to locations. If that's true, then Pennhurst is a vortex of unresolved agony. Mediums visiting the asylum have claimed to be overwhelmed by emotions, even collapsing from the intensity. Some have even claimed that the spirits want justice, not fear. They want their stories told. And perhaps, by telling them, we offer some form of peace. Modern visits and experiences. Today, the site is partially open to the public as a haunted attraction. Yet many who visit for fun leave terrified. Visitors report sudden temperature drops, overwhelming feelings of dread, and some even claim to have attachments that follow them home. One visitor recounted feeling a sharp pain in her back, only to find deep scratches afterward. Another reported that a door slammed shut behind them in a room with no wind or airflow. These are not just spooky coincidences. Something is still very wrong inside Pennhurst. Scientific views and skepticism. Of course, skeptics argue that there are rational explanations. Old buildings creak. Electrical wiring can interfere with electronics. The power of suggestion is strong. But not everything can be dismissed so easily. How do you explain voices answering direct questions? How do you explain scratches appearing with no cause? How do you account for the same experiences happening to unrelated people in different time frames? Even seasoned skeptics who visited Pennhurst have left with more questions than answers. Case files from paranormal investigators. Let's delve into actual case files from known paranormal investigators who explored Pennhurst. One team documented over 15 EVP responses in a single night. Another captured footage of a wheelchair moving across a room by itself. In the tunnels below the asylum, multiple investigators reported losing time, feeling confused or disoriented, and hearing footsteps approaching from the dark. When they checked the footage, the sounds were captured clearly, but no source was visible. One particularly chilling case involved a psychic who claimed to channel the spirit of a former nurse. Through her, the spirit apologized for her complicity in the abuse, stating she was too afraid to speak out. Is Pennhurst truly haunted? We've heard the evidence. We've reviewed the testimonies. We've seen the footage. Is Pennhurst truly haunted? For many, the answer is a resounding yes. The combination of historical abuse, human suffering, and tragic deaths makes it fertile ground for paranormal activity. And even if one doesn't believe in ghosts, the emotional weight of the place is undeniable. The air feels heavy. The silence is deafening. The walls seem to whisper. Whether it's spirits or the lingering energy of pain, Pennhurst is far from empty. Pennhurst Asylum is not just a haunted location. It's a reflection of how society once treated its most vulnerable. It's a place where innocence was lost, where hope was extinguished, and where fear still lingers. To this day, people continue to visit, investigate, and seek answers. Some come for the thrill. Others, for the truth. But almost all leave changed. Question to the viewers. What do you think? Is Pennhurst truly haunted? Are the voices real, or are they echoes of our own fears? And if spirits do remain, are they trying to scare us, or simply to be heard? Have you ever been to a place that made you feel like you were not alone? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one. Thank you for watching the Grim Tapes. If you found this journey through the dark corridors of Pennhurst Asylum as chilling as we did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring more true horror, mystery, and paranormal stories to life. Also, turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. We dive deep into the darkest stories from around the world, and we want you to be part of every terrifying moment. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and remember, some places never forget.